Ooh, Inter cooked up a nice Coppa Italia win with the so-called B team turning up. Andy Juve scoring, impressing, even Luis Enrique impressing, Marcus Thuram with 2 goals, Boni with a goal, Pio Esposito goal. Do you know what? Every single one of those goals was a very nice goal. It was like each goal was getting better and better and better. I don't actually know which one of my goals was the best, but my favorite one was the Andy Juve one, just for the confidence, for his celebration, the way the teammates celebrated, because they know he's a man, he's a boy that's under pressure, criticized, or people don't really know why he's been signed. Bisek, when he scored, Bisek was like pointing to him, like, yeah, this is him, this is the guy. So overall, Inter turn on the style, very enjoyable Coppa Italia win. So you know what to do. Make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave a thumbs up for that win. Leave a thumbs up for that Andy Juve goal. Leave a thumbs up for that beautiful Pio volley, that beautiful Boni volley as well. Do you know what? These guys deserve credit because we've seen it in the past, these Coppa Italia games. Remember Empoli. I also remember Parma, teams that are so-called low. I think Parma, when we played Parma that time, they were a Serie B team as well. And then we got taken to extra time. I think there was an Acerbi crazy goal from like outside of the box. He scored a header. And then the Empoli one, remember, I don't think they were in Serie B then, but then the we needed Stefano Sensi to score a goal to save us. So they can be tricky sometimes. These early Coppa Italia fixtures because they're against these minnows, these lower teams that sometimes can come to the San Siro and surprise you. But mostly it's because usually Inter line up with a B team, and that B team doesn't quite manage to, have that connection, that chemistry. Something's quite missing. But today this B team looked really, really nice. And the lineup that we got from Christian Kivu, my guy Christian Kivu, he gave me pretty much the exact lineup that I said I wanted. That wasn't my prediction. That's the lineup that I wanted, if you guys remember in my preview. And pretty much 90% of it, I got what I wanted. The only thing I didn't want was having Diouf as continued as the right wing back experiment, just because I know that's not where he wants to play. That's not what we signed him for. I don't really see, that as a long term thing, but he was good in that position. And then the only other thing I didn't get was, oh yeah, I said Miki to start, but if he's fully fit, he came on the second half. And Luis Enrique played on the left instead of the right. And Boni, obviously, as I said, if he had fever or he was fully recovered, then he wasn't going to be starting. But apart from that, this is exactly the lineup I wanted. And every single player balled out, to be honest. Every single one. I mean, Pepe Martinez, the only one. I feel sorry for him. He's the only one that didn't get any action apart from on the ball, passing, where he looked a bit nervous a few times. I wish we just let Venezia attack just a few times, just to let Pepe Martinez have a bit some action, some saves to do. The only thing I remember from Martinez to actually uh, having a save to make was right at the end, where he had to come out, run out to stop the ball going to someone. Yeah, zero saves. So, and the goal that he conceded was, there was nothing he could do. Massive deflection off Carlos Augusto. But yeah, everyone was impressive today. Frattesi, really, really nice. Couple of assists, good movement, good, running off the ball as usual. Zielinski, as the CDM today, Zielinski showed a bit of steel as well. He was like winning the ball back. Even I think the Thuram goal started from Zielinski winning the ball back. He was kind of, enjoying himself out there in that CDM role that he hates to play in. Again, Kivu said he could play it. I think we all know he can play it. He just needs to convince himself that he can play it, because sometimes you are going to need to rest Hakan and Barella. Oh yeah, that's also obviously a massive plus is the fact that we rested completely Barella, Hakan, Di Marco, Bastoni, Lautaro. We got Mkhitaryan to get some minutes in his leg. This is literally the perfect game today. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But yeah, Zielinski looked good as a CDM. Sucic looked back to some better levels. Luis Enrique at one point even did like a dribble and a nutmeg on the guy. Almost scored in the second half. Maybe should have scored, to be honest. But he looks a lot more comfortable on the left. We've talked about this in the last few weeks, that this could be his lifeline on the left-hand side. But again, that's not what we signed him for. Similar to Randy Juve as a right wing back. Okay, it could work out. But in terms of our squad build, it's not really what we want. We don't need a left wing back really. I mean, sometimes it could be nice to have Luis Enrique as an option on the left to, you know, be kind of like Zalewski was before, as a like an inverted winger. But Zalewski could also go on the outside and cross with his left. I'm not sure if Luis Enrique's got also that ability. But this is definitely his most positive showing at Inter until now, so I'm happy for him as well. It doesn't really any of these, to be honest, nothing really moves the needle. I think in Kivu's eyes or in general for some of these guys like Luis Enrique, because he has to. We have to show this. They have to show this against, you know, Serie A opposition, not Serie B opposition. But you know, overall, very very positive on both side of the game. You know, the dual winning, the defensive side, not challenged too much, but at least he started to show more of what we signed him for. Marcus Thuram, he was my man of the match, to be honest, not just because of the 2 goals. This guy, did you notice how much he was running? This guy was running his ass off. He was in like Lautaro form today. Really, really impressed with how much he was running, almost like he was trying to put that fuel in his legs, because we know he's still not fully 100% since his injury. So he almost used today as like, yeah, today I'm just gonna, you know, make a few sprints, like really try to get my legs, my lungs back into shape, fully match fit ahead of Como. This is what I wanted to see, and some really nice goals as well from Thuram. The one from the outside of the box, fantastic. Even the header, the movement for that, believing in it, I loved it. So yeah, all round, really, really enjoyable game. Few screenshots that I managed to take, not the usual amount. I didn't take a screenshot of everything, but this was an early nice move from Andy Juve, cutting in, of course, as he would from that side, very, very left-footed, cutting in, passing it to Frattesi. Frattesi did a nice touch, takes the touch onto the turn, then tries the shot on goal. Very nice move from both of them when they both linked up for the actual goal. Nice counter attack again started by Andy Juve, passes it to Frattesi, then he runs 30, 40 yards past Frattesi. Frattesi lays him back in, and Juve with a right foot finish. Nice finish. We saw it's not as easy because Mkhitaryan had a very similar chance when he came on and was on his weaker foot. But of course, as Mkhitaryan, as we expect, the guy couldn't not finish. So Juve deserves the credit for finishing on his weaker foot after a lung busting 40, 50-yard run to get that shot in. And yeah, again, as I say, I'm really happy for him when he was celebrating the way his teammates celebrated with him. Very, very happy for him. Andy Juve, he maybe has to reconsider. Sometimes in life, in football, you might have to just play a role that you don't want to play. But at the moment, this might be his way into the team, because now that Mkhitaryan's back, we're back to 7 midfielders. I don't think he's really going to get the playing time that he would like in midfield. So this actually could be his best opportunity. Defensively, there was a few times that I know Kivu had to point him out. Of course, he doesn't know how to play this position yet. Kivu was pointing to him like where to go, where to stay. And defensively, a couple of times, like on some long balls from Venezia, he wasn't very well positioned. So he's definitely, I don't think he's ever going to start as a right wing back anytime soon. Maybe if they continue working on this in training. And the thing is, when Andy Juve was coming, like sometimes he found himself in these more central positions. He was untidy when he was coming into these central positions, to be honest. Not on the edge of the box. I'm talking about like right in the middle of in midfield, when the ball was around this area. Like I remember there was a moment where he played like a 1-2 with Zielinski. His pass back to Zielinski was like in the air, so Zielinski had to try head it back to him rather than on the ground. Just a few untidy moments from Juve that, to me, again, if he wants to play midfield, he really needs to iron those out. Like he needs to be much more tidy in midfield, which we also know is an issue with Frattesi as well, which is why he doesn't play that much. But yeah, very happy with Frattesi's game. As I said, his involvement in 2 of the goals was nice. This was another move where Marcus Thuram got a nice shot off on a narrow angle. And this is Thuram's goal. Lovely, lovely goal from the edge. One thing that I was thinking today, yes, we're playing Serie B team, but why don't we shoot from the edge of the box as much in Serie A against Serie A teams? Today, I felt like the boys were letting fly much more, freely. As soon as there was an opportunity here, like I wouldn't even say Thuram really had an opportunity here, because there was 2 guys in front of him. He shot it through the guy's legs. And I feel like in Serie A, if it was playing Venezia last season in Serie A, they would have been trying to like do a 1-2 on the edge of the box, or like a back heel to Barella, then it goes wide and it ends up with nothing. But today, whenever something was lining up, they were just shooting on sight, which is what I want to see more of in Serie A as well. But yeah, all the goals were really enjoyable. Pio Esposito, this guy runs like a bull as well. He worked his ass off. His goal, look how far from he scored. If he adds these types of goals to his repertoire, or he clearly has these goals in his repertoire, yeah, this guy is even more talented than I initially thought. If he's got goals like these in the bag, lovely, lovely stuff. I think the referee didn't really help him out today. He should have won a lot more fouls than he did. He gave the centre backs absolute nightmares today whenever he was pinning them back with his back to goal. There was one where it was pretty much borderline red card, to be honest, because he got past the guy. The guy slide tackled. He didn't get the ball. Yes, Pio went down maybe too easily and dived, but that was pretty much a goal scoring opportunity. So yeah, he's just a complete handful, Pio. He's fantastic for his age. Backline all solid. Augusto kind of unlucky with that own goal, but yeah, Bisek was having fun today going forward as well. Enjoyable. And then I'm also happy that some more Primavera guys, which is what I was expecting from Kivu, got their debuts. Kokki, who was even rumored to be starting. He was one of the guys that I wanted to start, but he got still 40 minutes. I liked his cameo as well. Like I said in my preview, if you don't know about him, very, very technical little player that reminds me of Di Marco. Bonni, very happy with his volleyed goal. Finally seeing some clean ball striking from Bonni. I'm very happy with that. Mickey's 45 minutes, also very good. Good run out. Showed, exactly what Inter have been missing with his tactical nous and the way he held the ball and the way he was passing, apart from the finishing, obviously. Bovo, he's actually probably one of my, if not my favorite talent in the current Primavera, to be honest. The way he's kind of, he's my type of player, that regista that really touches the ball with the sole of his feet, and very, very comfortable on the ball, eye for a pass, really nice, and Spinacci maybe could have done actually better with his opportunity. Found himself in nice space, good movement, good hold up, and then just kind of rushed his shot near post. I think he could have got himself maybe even a goal. But yeah, overall, man, really, really nice run out. Good rotation by Kivu ahead of Como game. Could not ask for more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I know on the other side, Napoli won on penalties, and I just know Conte was probably cursing at every single penalty that went in. He probably wanted to go out on penalties against Cagliari, but unfortunately he won't be, and we will be playing one of Roma or Torino, so probably Roma in the next round, and then potentially Napoli or Fiorentina and Como. But yeah, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed this reaction. I enjoyed this game. See you for the Como preview, and of course any other transfer news in the week that may be coming. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter, Forza Diouf, Forza Bonni, Forza Cocchi, Forza Esposito, Forza Thuram, and Forza Jose Martinez, Forza Kivu. Ciao.